Hi, how are you? I'm happy to be with you this evening. Might be morning, depending on where you live. I am Veronica, and I am so happy to be spending this time with you. I will start taking questions soon after some more people arrive. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a live session. And it's your time to ask me questions and have me answer those questions. And I will be taking questions at random. Hi, Monty A. Kenzel Cat. Hi, Cat. I cannot pronounce the next one. Beji Bajramovsky. I tried. Stephanie Havoc. Christelle. I feel like I answered Christelle's questions in the last session. I don't know how that happened. I just kept getting them. I do want to say I answer questions completely at random. I don't specifically pick them. I just answer whichever ones my eyes gravitate towards. So if your question does not get answered, I'm doing it on purpose. I promise. Okay, so I'm Veronica. If you were watching a replay of this, I am a life coach based in Chicago. I specialize in the conscious use of the law of attraction and help in mending relationships. I help in attracting a specific person. I help in you attracting more money, attracting success. Whatever you want in your life that you are currently lacking, I can help you get it. You can learn more about me at VeronicaIsles.com. Also, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon to first be notified as to when I release new content. Also, when I go online live, just like right now. You may be watching it on a replay, though. So for those people that are watching it on a replay and want to be a part of the next session, I also want to say I hope you're enjoying the 25 days of Christmas, 25 days of straight videos, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time every single day. And I'm also doing live sessions. Was there anything else I wanted to say before we begin? Oh, I do want to say that I'm finalizing my trip details for Montreal, March 19th through the 22nd. I will be doing live in-person sessions there. You can either do a private one-on-one with me or a group session. So if you're going to be in Montreal, or maybe you just want to be there for fun, maybe you live there, maybe you live nearby, it's within driving distance, and you want to see me in person, you can do that. So send me an email and I will get you on the schedule. That is March 19th of the 22nd of 2020. We're entering a new decade, 2020. Remember how far into the future that used to sound? I used to think the year 2000 was far into the future. I remember listening to Conan O'Brien sing that song about the year 2000. Now that's 20 years ago. It's kind of scary. Okay, so let's take some questions. Any plans of coming to Sydney? I got Christelle's question again. That's so weird. How does that keep happening? That is just so odd that I looked at that exact moment. You know what? I would love to come to Sydney. Like, that would be amazing. But the flight to Australia is so in depth that, like, if I go to Sydney, I want to stay there for like 2 weeks. I can't just go there for 3 days. Like, that would be painful on my body. But I do want to say that is something that I am trying to manifest. I badly want to visit Australia. I've never been there. It seems like it would be amazing, like absolutely awesome. I feel like I'd fit in there for some reason. I want to see the Opera House in Sydney. I really badly want to see that. Okay. And a phone call is coming in, but I had my phone on mute, so let me just go ahead and hit decline. Okay. I wish I could manifest seeing you there. I'm in Europe. Well, maybe we'll manifest it together and we'll all be there. From Lorena Mendez. How do let's see. How can I manifest my specific person to move to the same city? He moved away because of his job. Well, first, I would imagine his job not standing in the way of your happiness, of your ability to see him. You know, his job, and I know it sounds illogical because his job moved him away, but his job could actually move him back. Or he could get a different kind of job that moves him back. He could also decide, regardless of the job, he wants to move back. So many different things could happen to bring him back to your city. So I wouldn't necessarily dive into the logistics of it because that's just going to give you a headache. That's going to make you feel discouraged. That's going to make you feel really confused. You want to feel at one with being with him. So start to just see him as somebody that you get to see every single day, as if he is so accessible to you that you're just, of course, living in the same city. You're living together. You're just seeing him all the time. And again, don't stress the logic. Like whenever we set an intention or we say an affirmation, that logic chimes in and it's like, well, how? How? But this, but that, but this. No, how? Don't let it overtake you. Just imagine being with him. Imagine getting coffee with him in the morning. Imagine taking him to work because he works right nearby. Imagine him wanting to be in the same place as you. Imagine him sharing a life with you, and you just daydream on these things. You script out too. You write little stories that you and your specific person share adventures in the same city and how easy that is. Make it fun. I mean, I know when you desperately want someone to be in the same vicinity as you, sometimes it can feel so overwhelming, like everything is stacked against you, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, I'm going to take a question from the Blia or Blee. I feel like I'm just fooling myself rather than making my ex actually want me back. Fooling yourself. Well, see, here's the thing. You're not actually in your ex's mind. So you don't know if like that person has actually already considered being back with you. We have a lot of thoughts during the day. I mean, imagine how many times you think of stuff. You may change your mind a lot on different things. Like maybe you've always known you wanted to be back with your ex, but on other things, like maybe there's a person you work with that suddenly you love, suddenly you hate, suddenly you're annoyed with, suddenly you think they're the funniest person in the world. Like you're constantly changing your opinions of things. Maybe one day you like onions, maybe one day you can't stand onions. I remember I used to be obsessed with potbellies. They make sandwiches. And then like the next day I hated them. And then the next day I loved them again. And I'm back to loving them. So, but it really confused my boyfriend. He's like, but I took you here because I thought you loved potbellies. And I was like, I did used to, and now I hate it. Like I literally hated them. And sometimes I do hate them again. Like who knows how I'm going to feel about potbellies. The point is, we have so many different thoughts in our minds. Who knows if your ex has considered getting back with you, has actually thought about what that would be like, has envisioned that. And it's never fooling yourself. Like if you can think of something higher and better, like that possibility exists, there's no fooling. All of creation is done. Like every single ultimate possibility of everything, you are in your own choose your own adventure book, and any outcome is fair game. Anything. So, how are you fooling yourself if it already exists? You just need to align yourself with the awareness of it, the experience of it, the reality of it. So, in attracting back an ex, you are not going to focus on the breakup. You're not going to focus on the ugly things they said to you, even if they said they never wanted to see you again. They hate you. They can't stand this that you do. And, they think you're awful together or they're mad at you. You're not going to focus on any of that. You're going to focus on what it was like to originally fall in love and when they adored you. And ask yourself, a lot of times, when someone's trying to attract back an ex, how often do I think about them being madly in love with me as opposed to the lack of the current moment and them hating me? Ask yourself that. Alexis Piercy says, hi, I need help manifesting. Well, you've come to the right place. I don't know. I mean, that's such a broad topic. I don't know what you're trying to manifest. You're probably trying to manifest a specific person. And I always say, in terms of manifesting, the way it's done easiest, the way it's done best is pretending you're a small child playing make believe. Little children invent all sorts of things. Like, I remember being in the backyard and pretending, the tree was like, I don't know, something. I don't remember what I imagined the tree to be. I used to imagine climbing to the top of the tree, even though I couldn't climb it at all. Like, I imagined climbing a tree, or, the grass is a runway and I'm a supermodel, or, there's goblins behind the bush, or my backyard is an ice skating rink. I don't know, you invent all sorts of different things. You pretend imaginary people are there. You imagine all sorts of things. Now, of course, a lot of the things that little children imagine is kind of nonsense. But the point is, they're not afraid. Like, they just go for it. They just do it. They don't care about being judged. They really don't have a fear mentality as of yet. Most children don't. They're very wide-eyed and looking at things for the first time. So they don't have any of this baggage that we do. So if you want to manifest something, it's so easy. Doesn't have to be hard, and we're constantly manifesting all the time. It's a skill that once you learn how to master, you can conquer the world and take on the world. All right, Joni Richardson, love the analogies you use. You're always so encouraging and helpful. That's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Baji. I'm sorry, I'm totally pronouncing your name wrong. Baranovsky. I wish I knew how to say it right. Bajramovsky. How do you get a love to amp up his feelings for you? I think you can increase desire from someone else in feeling like that's inevitably where the situation is headed. Like if you feel like you're at a dead end or that it's just fizzling out or this isn't going to go anywhere, you're setting the stage for it to not go anywhere. Your judgments and your perception on things is forming your tomorrows. So be really careful. If you want someone to amp up their desire for you and find you irresistible, you need to become and embody that irresistible person, the person that any man would do anything for. And that's kind of how I see myself now, even though I already have my perfect person. I just kind of see myself that way because I think it helps in terms of success in business. It helps in terms of successful friendships. Well, I guess in terms of romance, it's not really friendships. You don't want your friends to fall in love with you necessarily. The point is, like, I see myself as valuable. That's the point I was trying to make. But I also like to see myself as desirable and amazing. And I think that's what cultivates love. That's what increases and helps make a relationship flourish. Because you want the person that you're with to continually to keep loving you. You want that love to grow. You want that desire to grow and increase. You don't want it to, come to a halt and then have them get bored of you and find someone else. Like, we don't want that. We want that person to love us forever and be in love with us as much as they were from day one. And we want them to remember all of the good things. And I think that you can increase a relationship. Like if there's someone who you are currently with, yet you want them to do more, start at least acknowledging anything they're doing right. Like it may be really small, but if they're doing something right, give them credit. Uh, if you want anyone to do anything for you, and this could work in terms of friendship, it could work on someone that owes you money. It could work on someone that owes you an apology. Focus on something they are doing right now to create that state of gratitude, that state of being grateful for them doing more. Because again, you'll multiply whatever you focus on. Like the universe is so simple. It can only say yes. Like it's never going to say no. So why are we choosing the stuff we don't want? Why do we do that? I don't know. I mean, I did that for years. I saw myself as undesirable for years, and I don't even really know why I did it. Like, we don't even really know why we get so attached to the struggle. We feel so comforted in the struggle. But that's not who we are. We're meant to be these abundant creatures. Um, we deserve to live our best lives ever. And that's why we're having this experience to rediscover ourselves and to rediscover our creative abilities. And again, the universe can only say yes. It is not an entity that is deciding anything. You are deciding everything. All it can do is follow your orders. Like it's completely ruled by you. So whatever you want, you want that specific person. Live in the place where that specific person loves you. They want to do things for you. They not only adore you, but they really want to do stuff for you that you really want, that maybe they don't care about or don't like, but they want to do it because you want it, because it's important to you. I want to say that I'm Veronica if you're just joining me, because I see like the number keeps going up and down. So people are leaving, people are coming. If you're just joining me, maybe you're watching a replay of this on my channel because it'll be there like forever. You can be a part of the next live session. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. YouTube will let you know. I guess they won't let me know because I go online live. I already know it. You can also follow me on Instagram, Veronica Isles. I announce the live sessions there. I take a picture of me in the headset and I say I'll be on soon. So that's your cue to sign on to YouTube. If you'd like to do one-on-one coaching with me, VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go. And what am I drinking tonight? I'm actually drinking Slimming Tea by Triple Leaf, and I love it. Seriously, if you are trying to lose weight or you're just trying to maintain your weight, I found that I could eat so much more food than I usually can by drinking this Slimming Tea. I don't know why. Now I think I'm like invincible. I've like, amped up how much food I get to eat because of the Slimming Tea. So if you're looking to slim down, seriously, I don't know what it does. It detoxes your body or something. Triple Leaf. I get it from Whole Foods. And I have no tie to the brand. I just found it worked for me. And I like to share things that are working for me in terms of like weight loss and health. I know again it's all in our minds, but we like to do these things because they make us feel good. And when we hear it working for someone else, sometimes it can work for you too. So go ahead and try it if you're trying to slim down. Okay. Alice in Wonderland, thank you. I don't know why I saw that one. I think somebody was saying thank you to her. She said something. So I say thank you to you as well. Jesser, how to attract my therapist? Because there is a moral code. I don't really. Oh, you want to get with your therapist. It took me a minute to really understand that. I don't know why. I'm not a dumb blonde, I swear. I only play one on TV. Okay. So you want to get with your therapist. You know what? I bet if you Googled this, there are probably other examples of people who married that started out as patient and therapist. This kind of goes into the same category of trying to attract your boss, trying to attract your teacher, trying to attract your dentist, trying to attract someone where there's like this boundary where you're like, I can't initiate anything because that would just be wrong. There's moral code. And again, I feel like you just imagine you with this person and getting cozy with this person, having them warmly accept you instead of reject you. Like, don't logically figure out how on earth that could happen. I'm sure that there are plenty of relationships that have started that way. Like, I don't know of any offhand. That wasn't how my relationship started. I never started a relationship with my therapist, but I'm sure it's something that's been done. I mean, I don't see why not. People have met under stranger circumstances. Like, in order to, be attracted to someone, like you could generally be attracted to anyone. You could be attracted to the person that makes your coffee. You could be attracted to, a neighbor. You could be attracted to, I don't know, a lifeguard at the swimming pool. There's so many different people that you could, that just come into your world. And there's a reason why this ended up being your therapist. And I would definitely say, like, whenever you're attracting something, you never want to take action. And especially in a situation where it's your therapist, you don't want to necessarily ask them out on a date. I would just imagine being together and let the universe play Cupid and just hook you up. I'm going to read Claire O'Brien's question. My ex and I broke up 3 weeks ago. First, I'm sorry. That sucks. It's horrible. He keeps sending me random unnecessary stuff on Snapchat that he's sending to other people too. Okay. What should I do? I want him to tell me he wants to be with me. Okay. So where do we begin? The fact that he's sending you stuff, and I feel like this happens a lot. It can seem unsatisfying because you're like, hey, I want him to speak in real words. I don't want him to send me unnecessary stuff on Snapchat that he's sending to everyone else. But the fact that he's like including you means that you're on his mind. So you're partially there. So it not, even though it's frustrating, even though you want more, I wouldn't be necessarily discouraged by this. I would actually feel encouraged by the fact that he's doing something. Again, have gratitude for something he is doing right. And I would simply imagine him saying the words you want to hear. So, for example, in your perfect ideal world, would you want him to come over with flowers? Would you want him to give you a call and profess his love to you? Would you want him to apologize to you, send you an email that's a love letter, handwrite a love letter, send you a telegram? I don't know if people even send telegrams anymore. Send you a singing telegram. They even have those. How do you want him to woo you? How do you want him, like, make it delicious, make it fantastic, make it like so out of his character that it makes you giggle? And imagine all of these wonderful ways that he could do this. And don't imagine the Snapchat stuff because that's not what you want. That's mediocre. It's not really getting to the point. That's annoying. And definitely, oh, someone just did something. I don't know what happened and the question went away. Let me get back to it. And whoever just sent me this super chat, I will get to you in a moment. Okay. So you're not going to imagine the breakup. In this case, you're going to imagine what it was like to be together, and you're going to paint a vivid picture of what your new relationship looks like because you don't want to carry over the old one. The old one is the one that didn't work. So you want to paint a picture of a brand new love life. One with a brand new canvas, like you threw out the old canvas. Maybe you like cut off a portion of the old canvas to save because that was the good part of the relationship. So maybe, you cut off the pieces that you liked and you're gluing it to the new canvas. But you're also painting a picture of all the new stuff you want. You're not taking over the baggage of the old stuff. So definitely get into this feeling. It's time for new, it's time for fresh, it's time for more. I'm going to be open to all the ways that this happens. Sure, I would love the singing telegram that's a bunny rabbit that is giving me jelly beans in the shape of I love you. I don't know if that really happens, but it seems fantastical. But you're open to any and all ways. And you're also open to crazy things like that happening because honestly, stranger things have happened. So many weird things. If you can think back on your life, I'm sure there's been examples of things you're like, how did that happen? Or things you hear about in the news and you're like, what? Good things. Let's talk about the good parts of the news, not the negative parts of the news, because we always want to focus on the positives. Okay, so someone super chatted me and I took a snapshot of it, and that's what I will do. I haven't had a super chat in a while, so I kind of got disrupted by it. That's okay. If anyone else wants to send a super chat, I almost forgot they existed. I will do a snapshot of it so I can continue with my thought and then come to it at the next moment. Okay, so super chat came from, and my super chat, whenever I snapshot myself, I always make the weirdest face. Seriously, I should post it. I look like I'm stoned or something. I don't get stoned, but if I'm assuming that's what stoned people look like. Okay, JL. Could be Jennifer Lopez. I don't know. When SP is with a third party, is it because they attracted them, or did I attract that experience because of my fear they'd find another? Well, it's actually a two-part question or two-part answer. Yes, they attracted them because, well, they're attracting their own reality, but you attracted it too because it's part of your reality as well. And yes, third parties usually come from a tremendous sense of fear and insecurity. Like that person is not going to like me because I suck. And third party pops up. Third parties I know are annoying. I can help you overcome a third party. Any of these videos will help. Also, private coaching helps too, but it's not necessary. You could do it all on your own using all the free resources. I want to say that third parties, usually when they pop up, you tend to obsess more about the third party. Definitely don't blame yourself. Like when you learn about conscious creation, you realize, oh my God, I created the third party, and you start to hate on yourself. Don't hate on yourself. Even if you drew it into your world, you can undraw it into your world. So no hating, no hating. Hating doesn't do any good. If you self-blame, you're going to remain in that moment, and you're just going to make it worse. So no self-blame. We only appreciate and love ourselves. Okay, so third party is here. We don't want the third party there. Definitely don't watch the third party on social media. Don't talk about the third party with other people in your life. Don't get jealous of the third party. Don't look at pictures of the third party with your specific person, having all the fun and doing all the things you wish you could be doing. Don't obsess about the third party. I mean, I remember back in my days before I really understood manifesting when I kind of sucked at it because I didn't really know what I was doing. I'd only kind of heard about the law of attraction. I didn't really understand. I thought it was like this thing that you sometimes used, almost like a spell. Like I didn't have a very good awareness of it. And that's why it never worked for me. But, I would have a specific person in mind and there would be a third party. And I would obsess about this person. I remember one time I did get rid of a third party, and I ended up getting rid of the third party by focusing more on me and this person than the third party. But in the beginning, like, I seriously would look at her stuff all the time and Google her name and look at pictures of her from like 5 years ago. Like, why was I doing this? And I know if I was doing this, I know a lot of you are doing this too, because it's human nature to become fixated and obsessed about the person that we think is standing in the way. Now, the interesting thing about the third party is even if you remove them, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be with this person. It just means they're gone. In fact, I've removed a third party and then a new one just popped up. It's like that wasn't my intended result. Now, mind you, this was before I knew what I was doing. This was not any time recent. But I do want to say that you want to focus, if there is a third party, you want to place all of your focus, all of your desire, all of your intention on being with your person and having it be madly in love. You want to stop judging this person's relationship with the third party as being perfect or ideal. A lot of times we like to romanticize things and our fear takes hold and we're like, hey, they love them more than they ever loved us. It's not true. You don't know anything about this relationship, and that's why you don't want to place your focus or place your aim on it. In fact, you want to forget this person's name. You want to forget the third party ever existed, and you want to imagine that the third party is part of your past, something that doesn't trigger any sort of emotion in you because they're just a person. Before they became the third party, would their name have ever meant anything to you? Would they have meant anything to you 10 years ago? I don't know how old you are, so maybe 5 years ago if you're younger. Maybe can't remember 10 years ago, I don't know. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever your frame of reference is for your past. But you wouldn't have cared. So let's stop giving the third party so much credit and so much emphasis because when you do, you just keep creating the third party's presence in your world. This goes for anything that is agitating you. Like a third party kind of goes as a category of being a thorn in your side or this thing standing in the way of you and your desire. The trick to obstacles is to focus more on you with the results than the obstacle. We're not going to fixate on the obstacle. Fixating on the obstacle or even removing them, like that still places too much emphasis on the obstacle. Just get to the finish line, then obviously the obstacle is gone. Okay. I just finished my 4th day of 555 method. Congrats. I don't know what that is. I actually don't know what the 555 method is, but this person seems happy about it. So I am cheering you on, and I hope it works for you, and I hope you get your goal. Happy early Merry Christmas, Miss Veronica. Your buddy hugs from Sharpsburg, North Carolina, and there's a Santa, a present, a snowflake, that's a shining star for a Christmas tree, and a snowman. That just made me so happy. Thank you, Joseph Williams. I'm giving you a kiss. Okay, I do like emojis. They make me happy, and I do love Christmas. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I think it is a time for giving. It is a time for wonderful music. I mean, I'm obviously not a religious person because usually law of attraction people aren't religious. You can be though, but I'm not. And I see it just as a time of goodwill towards others. Getting to have a beautiful Christmas tree with lovely ornaments. Cats love Christmas trees. And it's about giving and sharing love and being kind to one another and feeling the beauty and the peace of that. However you celebrate Christmas, I'm wishing you all a Merry Christmas. You may not, celebrate Christmas. That's okay. Whatever you celebrate, I'm wishing you a happy of that. Okay, I got another one of Fawaz's questions. What is this? Believe in it, my friends. Since you are all here, that means you are going to manifest the thing you want. God bless you all. I love that. That is so beautiful. I love looking to the right just whenever because I always get the most interesting comments and moments, and I love sharing it with everyone. And thank you to everyone for taking part in the live chat. I do want to say if you're watching a replay of this and you're not a part of the live chat and you want to be a part of the live chat, it's so easy. You hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and YouTube will let you know. They always let me know. Like, I'm subscribed to Joseph Ally, and he's gone online live before, and I got the notification. He seems to always go online at noon my time for some reason, or maybe it's 2 p.m. Yes, it's 2 p.m. It's noon his time. I am going to be doing a collaboration with him as well. I subscribe to random channels. I like to see what other law of attraction people are saying. And so I know that, like, these, one time I was getting too many alerts. Like, I had subscribed for so many people to get their alerts that like 20 would come through in like a moment. I was like, well, this is too many. But I think mine are the most important. Just kidding. Just trying to be silly. And Veronica, what else did I want to say? Oh, VeronicaIsles.com is where you can get my personalized coaching. And let's take a few more questions. I love Christmas too, Sherry Caves. I love it. I love Halloween. I love Valentine's Day. I just love celebrating. Every day should be a holiday. Uh, Priestess Felisa Hearts. Irene Chuchu, devoted to me, Ani. I don't actually know what that means, but it sounded like a happy statement. Luciana. Let's take Luciana's question. Tomas, should I text him after blocking him? I regret it and miss him so much. You know, that's an interesting question. I think that I would unblock him if you regret it. If you feel like you hurt him, I would send him a text, but without any attachments whatsoever. For example, whether or not he responds or doesn't respond, you are going to feel the same exact way. And if you do reach out, it is purely to get these things off of your chest. You're like, I need to settle with this because I have regret, and I need to get this off of my chest because I will feel better for me. I will feel more peace. Not because it's going to cause him to get back with me and we're going to fall in love. No. You're doing it simply because it's the right thing to do. So I would do that without any attachments. You know, you send that text, you don't immediately wonder why he hasn't texted back. You don't care if he texts or not. You know you're going to get back together regardless. But you just do it because you feel connected with taking that particular action, not because it's going to cause a particular result. And I want to say that that's really important. And I need to make another video on the proper way of doing no contact, because you can break no contact. But the only way you should do it is if you are totally unattached. You are contacting them not to create getting back together, not to create them responding to you, but you are contacting them because you genuinely have something to say that you need to do for you, not because you want them to respond, not because you're trying to bring about a result. You're just doing it purely and primarily for you and your peace of mind, and that is the only way to do it. Otherwise, you let that contact come to you. Okay, I'm going to take Manpreet Kaur's question. I feel like I've answered questions from this person before. It's so weird how I get the same people. Veronica, I had him back and lost him again. However, deep in my bones, I know he is coming back to me again. Then he will. You know it deep in your bones. I would also try to know deep in your bones that it's going to be quick. And you know what I would do is I would just say, you know what, it's going to be quick. And then I would go get some ice cream, or I would go watch a movie. I would go have a laugh with friends and go have a drink. I would go play a board game. I would play classic Nintendo. Do something funny, and I bet you anything. You wake up in the morning and there is a text message and you have regained him. Now, if you keep losing someone, I would definitely say that you need to change the pattern that you're in. So when they do come back, you know that this time is going to be different. You're not going to keep repeating that same song and dance. So definitely work on changing from within and knowing that you deserve this to be forever. Take one more question. It's by Sophie J. Lees. I have no contact, only a first name, and he lives a fair distance, and I only see him every so often, but he admitted he asked a mutual person after me as he hadn't seen me, so I'm hopeful. I actually don't understand how to answer that question, except that, you know what, I'm wishing you all the best. That's weird. The questions stopped coming through. Did I get disconnected? Is anyone there? I actually don't know because no one's saying anything. Oh, somebody said something. Okay, I'm still here. I'm wishing you all the best, the last person, but I'm going to take an actual question. Okay. Manpreet Kaur agrees with me. Everything is you pushed out. I totally agree. I'm lovesick. Help me. I can't. Extra strong Tenta X. I'm lovesick. Stop being lovesick. You can be in love and be happy and satisfied. Lovesick implies that you are loving someone and getting nothing. You don't want to be lovesick. Say, I am in love and my love is coming to me. Okay. I hope you enjoy all the brand new videos. I actually recorded 3 before I went online live, and now it's time to eat dinner. Mashed potatoes and peas, that is going to be my dinner. I love food combining. I am addicted to it. It allows you to eat so much food and stay your perfect weight, and I love it. I love carbs. Seriously, anyone that tells you you can't eat carbs and be thin, it's a lie, because you can eat as many carbs as you want. You just have to combine them properly. I'm going to release new videos on food combining because it's something I feel really passionate about. The name of the book I started on food combining was The New Beverly Hills Diet. I have tweaked things since then. Hers is very restrictive, but if you want something in the meantime, I know some people mentioned it on a previous video of mine, The New Beverly Hills Diet by Judy Maisel. It got me started when I lost 150 pounds. It's kind of hard to believe. It's like a completely different me. Like, I don't even remember. I don't even remember being that person anymore. Completely transformed into a new person, and you can transform your world, your weight, your body, your mindset, your money, your income, your success level, your specific person, anything. Okay. I am Veronica. You can contact me, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. I love suggestions, seriously. You can do one-on-one coaching with me, VeronicaIsles.com. It's private, it's affordable, all different price points. You can do coaching with Team Veronica as well. They are awesome. 5 eBooks available on Amazon, also available PDF, Kindle, paperback. I do these live sessions. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. You will first be notified. Also, live, brand new, or rather, pre-recorded content. Sometimes I talk faster and I don't stop to think. 7 a.m. Central Standard Time every single day through Christmas. After that, I'll just release things at random, but continue to do these live sessions. I will be in Montreal, Canada. I love you. March 19th through the 22nd. If you would like to do a live session with me there, I'm going to start traveling the world doing live sessions wherever. I may be in your city very soon. In fact, manifest me there. That way I can do more travel. I think that's it. Have a lovely day. Oh, Instagram, follow me there as well. Okay. Bye, Luciana. Bye, everyone. 111 watching. That's so cool. See you later. I'll be online live again soon, sometime this week, but it's a mystery when. I don't even really know. Okay. Bye.